You were right. I feel 1,000 times better. Oh, great. Maria put some drinks out. What would you like? Sparkling water or a beer?
I'll take a beer. Good lesson?
Yes.
You're better than I thought.
Well, thank you. I used to play quite a bit.
And why'd you stop?
I got busy. You haven't been at the club for a very long time, have you? Because I don't recall ever really seeing you there.
No, I'm new in town.
Mm-hmm. What part of the country are you from?
Wisconsin, Madison.
Oh, gosh, you're a long way from home.
No, it's not home anymore.
You've been watching me.
Yep. Hi.
Hi. So, how are you?
Well, more importantly, how are you?
Feeling pretty wonderful about things.
Good. Me too. And the baby?
No problems.
You do look very beautiful, you know.
Well, I feel kind of beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Just the way a mother to be should feel.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
So, how's everything at home?
Well, there's been a major change. My brother's back.
Storm. Is he on vacation?
Actually, he's here to stay. He's been transferred.
Well, that's good news, isn't it?
Well, from my mom and me and my sister, yeah, that's good news.
I see. He would like to know more about what's going on in your life, huh?
He's been asking a lot of questions.
Did you tell him?
No, and I won't. He's not very high on your family, Eric.
Well, I can understand that, given everything you've been through.
But he does know I'm involved with someone.
So, you told him that?
It's hard to hide. I'm a very happy woman these days.
Now, let me tell you something, Brooke Logan. It's going to become even harder to hide.
Got your note. Why are you moving back in here?
The place is mine. I own it, and Kristen's gone. You want to help me with this stuff?
Clarke, what is the big rush?
I don't like living out of cardboard boxes. If I can put these cups away here in the kitchen...
Clarke, there are rumors flying all over Forrester.
I don't want to talk about that place.
Are they true?
You know I quit. And then I went to see Eric and had a word with him.
Well, I know. I heard you did it in a very unprofessional manner.
Well, you know me. I got carried away.
Well, you shouldn't have.
Don't lecture me. That's the last thing I need to hear right now.
Well, I suppose you married Sally. Do you ever stashed around here someplace? Is that why you're in this kind of mood?
No, that's not why I'm in this mood. As a matter of fact, just the opposite.
What are you talking about?
I went to see Sally, and she slammed the door in my face. Doesn't want to see me anymore. I'm through, Margo.
Mrs.
Forrester.
Yes.
Dr. O'Shea will see you now. Oh, thank you.
Ridge is going to be very pleased about this. You'll have to give him a good report.
Well, I probably won't see him.
All right, then I'll give him a good report.
You want another lesson?
No, I don't think so, thank you.
Gotta work on that serve.
Mr. McLean.
Jake, please. Call me Jake.
All right, Jake. The last thing in the world that I have time for right now is to work on my tennis serve.
Well, maybe it shouldn't be.
Let me explain something because I don't want you to think I'm being rude to you. I'm in the process of going through a divorce.
Oh, you're divorcing Mr. Forrester?
No, actually, Mr. Forrester is divorcing me.
Well, what's that got to do with you not taking that lesson?
Nothing, I suppose.
Well, then, next week. Huh?
All right. Why not?
Great. Okay, so I'll show myself out.
Oh, don't rush. Finish your beer. And if you want anything, Maria's in the kitchen. But you'll have to excuse me, please. I have a lot of things to take care of. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello. This is my house.
Is it?
Who are you?
Jake McLean?
Okay. Now, what are you?
I am a tennis pro at the club. What are you?
Well, I'm Felicia Forrester. And I'd really like to know what you're doing in my house.
Sally wants nothing to do with you? What happened?
I slit my own throat. That's what happened.
Well, how? What did you do?
I got all excited about the Forrester Fall showing, so I called Spectra and I left a message for Sally. Told her not to announce the engagement, that I needed time to think.
To think about what?
Think about everything. Marrying Sally, leaving Forrester. I mean, here I was at the dawn of the biggest moment of my career. I was named senior designer at Forrester. The showstopper for the Forrester Fall collection was mine. How could I leave?
Till you found out that the showstopper wasn't yours, that Ridge had replaced it with a design of his own.
That did it. That was the last straw. So I walked right into Eric's office. Ridge was there, and I gave it to both of them, both barrels, right between the eyes. I didn't give a damn. I had taken their abuse one time too many. Besides, I had this opportunity waiting in the wings. So I thought. What I didn't know was that Sally had gotten the message. And that she had made a decision of her own. Namely, that I was history. All bets were off. What am I gonna do, Margo? I'm finished at Spectra. I'm finished at Forrester. It's over. It's completely over.
Here to give a lesson.
Oh. Well, who hired you?
Your brother Ridge.
Well, he doesn't need lessons.
We could all use a lesson once in a while, don't you think?
I don't think you're here to teach Rich.
Didn't say I was.
He's trying to fix you up with me, isn't he? Well, if so, I am neither interested in nor curious about anything you have to teach, Mr. McLean.
I'm here for your mother.
Oh. Ridge hired you to give Mother lessons.
Not one lesson. We're finished.
How was she?
Not bad?
Will you be back again?
Yeah.
Your idea or hers?
Mine.
Yours.
She needs another lesson.
Mm-hmm. Or 2 or 3 or maybe a dozen.
I got a little question here for you. Well, do you treat all men like this when you first meet them?
No. I'm actually very easy to get along with.
Then why me?
Well, probably because you're a stranger standing in my house,
Mm-hmm.
drinking a beer, and looking a tad too comfortable. You know what I mean?
Yes, I do. And I know it's time for me to go. I don't want to get too comfortable.
Why don't you let me talk to Eric?
No.
Clarke, it's time to start mending some fences.
No way that man will take me back.
Oh, he knows you have talent. He'll hire you back.
Margo, you didn't hear what I said to those two.
Well, you were upset, and I'm sure they're going to understand that.
Eric might. Ridge never will.
Ridge isn't a fool, you know, and he knows that you're good for the organization.
You give him way too much credit. If I go back there, Ridge will have me eating crow from now until doomsday.
Well, what's your alternative? Why didn't you tell me that? What's your alternative?
Yes, it is becoming harder to hide.
Brooke, I promise you won't have to hide it much longer.
Are you sure this is the way you want it?
Oh, yes. I don't want you ever to doubt that.
It's just such an incredible complication. A baby. At this point in your life. Not that I'm trying to convince you of anything. This baby means everything to me.
She's gonna be so beautiful.
So you think it's a girl?
Oh, yes, I do. No question about that.
Oh, Eric. I want everything to be so perfect for us.
Well, it will be.
Especially for you.
It will. There's no reason to believe otherwise. Everything is going along as scheduled.
What about Stephanie?
She's recognizing the inevitable. I honestly think she's going to accept it.
But she still can't know about me, at least for now.
For now, it's very important that she not know it's you.
That it truly is going to happen.
Yes, it is. You and I will be together as husband and wife very soon.
Hi.
Your nurse tells me you have a very busy schedule today.
Very busy. Well, come on in.
You know, we could always do this at some other time. I mean, we're just going over some test results, right?
Yes.
Then there's no hurry.
I felt it would be better to talk to you about this today.
Okay, well, here I am. You're the doctor. Let's hear it.
There is no alternative for me, Margo.
Well, have you talked to Sally?
She won't take my calls. Looks like I have to leave L.A.
And go where?
New York, Paris, I don't know. I'll get on somewhere. Not as a designer, but as a cutter or pattern maker.
Oh, Clarke. You can't leave. You're never going to have what you had here.
I'll never have that again anyway.
That's why you need me to talk to Eric.
No, Margo.
I understand. I know your pride's hurt. But let it hurt. Isn't that better than losing a career?
I understand what you're saying. I agree. But what happens if I go back and I'm still there in a month or a year, working away in Ridge's shadow? He'll never let me live this one down. I was miserable before. And if I go back, it will be intolerable. No, Margo. No. No, I cannot go back.
Honestly, I don't see that you have much of a choice.
We could leave together.
We could what?
Alone, we're not marketable. But together, as the duo from Forrester, now that'll make people stand up and take notice.
Oh,
Oh,
Clarke.
come on, Margo, think about it. Two phenomenally talented designers who have had it with Forrester and strike out on their own. This kind of thing happens all the time.
Well, it's not going to happen because I'm not leaving.
Oh, honey. It'd be such a great new start for the both of us.
I don't want a new start.
Even with me?
Clarke, listen to what you're asking me to do. You're asking me to leave my job, disrupt my life, join up with you, and to do God knows what. No. No, that's not the answer. You need to go back to Forrester and start rebuilding. Now let me help you by talking to Eric. You call me if you want my help.
Caroline, I want you to sit down. We have something important to talk about.
We do?
Yes.
Are you going to tell me that I'm pregnant?
No.
Well, what then?
The test that we took the other day, Caroline, I have the results. They're not what I thought they'd be.
They're not?
I'm afraid not.
What is it? Just tell me.
Caroline, what we found is I'm sorry, Caroline. I have something I want you to take. It's a sedative. I'd like you to take one now. Well, why don't we sit down together and talk?
No. I have to go home.
I'll drive you.
And that's not necessary.
I'll call your taxi. I don't want you driving.
Doctor,
Until we're certain about this, I don't want you to tell anyone. Especially not my husband.
I understand. Why don't you just take a moment, Caroline?